Presentation 6 is the final presentation in marketing, and we're going to look at the extended marketing mix, and we're also going to look at ethics and technology in marketing. So what are we going to learn? Understanding the elements of the extended marketing mix and how they assist in providing good customer service. These three elements, people, process and physical evidence, are all really about the kind of customer service aspect of the marketing mix. Being aware of the use and benefits of ethical marketing, understanding the role of the Advertising Standards Authority, and how technology can be used in the marketing department. So here, the first extended element is people, and people are an important part of an organisation. Staff provide the link between the customer and the manufacturer. Customers should be left with a good impression by using properly trained and motivated staff. Many customers make judgments based on the service they receive, and excellent customer service delivered by a happy workforce can give a company a real competitive edge, and this will result in increased business and loyalty. So it's all about the service that the customer receives from the member of staff. Is it prompt? Do they know what they're talking about? These things are all part of the people aspect of the marketing mix. Process is how the customer gets the service. So processes ensure all employees know what to do and how to do it. This will guarantee the level of service and the quality of products and services received by customers will be consistent. So things like implementing systems to minimise waiting times. So for example, you phone a company and they might give you the option to call them back. Give them your number and they'll call you back. Putting you on hold with a tune and telling you how long it might be before your call's answered. All of these things give the customer, the process there is to give the customer the minimum amount of waiting time on the phone. Dealing with complaints effectively, have a complaints procedure so that the customer knows exactly how it's going to be dealt with and they know at what stage the complaint is at the moment. Providing excellent communication, making sure you keep in touch with the customer regularly through perhaps a live chat or email facility. If you've not got access to the same access to telephone, a lot of companies during this coronavirus pandemic have decided to back away from using telephones because people would be inundated and would be waiting for too long. So they tend to be using email and live chat. Well, make sure that there's excellent communication there and customers can get a chance to speak to someone. And this is all part of the process aspect of the extended marketing mix. Physical evidence is also important because it helps customers distinguish one brand from another. It creates an impression for the customer and often they associate quality with this. Businesses want positive feedback and impressions from customers about their brand. So therefore you've got to make sure that your environment is vital. So make sure that your online facility is effective and the customer can get a good physical feeling from it. Also make sure that when you're going to store, how's the store laid out? Is there enough space between the aisles? Have you got the store laid out in such a way that the customer gets a good feeling about it? Are things properly labelled? What about going through the checkouts? Have you got self-scanners, etc.? All these things are physical evidence. They're what the customer sees, and that's giving them this good physical evidence about the company. So that's really, these are the three extended Ps. This next video is a YouTube video on the 7 Ps, which will actually revise for you all that we talked about with the 7 Ps. The 4 main Ps plus the extra P. Now we're going to look now at ethical marketing. And ethics are really moral guidelines. They're not the law, but they're morals and regulate good behaviour. It means making marketing decisions that are morally right. So it's really important that companies behave ethically. So ethics is about what's right and what's wrong, and law is about what's legal and what's illegal. So as far as ethics is concerned, the Advertising Standards Authority deals with that. And this body monitors advertising in the UK. There have been quite a lot of adverts on TV just now about the Advertising Standards Authority. It's got major links to Ofcom, the Office of Communication and Trading Standards, and it deals with all sorts of different advertising. What they do is they act on any complaints raised by the public. It might be that an advert's offensive. It might be that an advert is breaking the Equality Act. It could be anything. They might feel that an advert is telling lies, it's not truthful. So what they're doing is they constantly check media outlets for misleading, harmful or offensive adverts. And they'll make sure that any rulings they've passed have been adhered to. So it could be, for example, that an advert has to be pulled because it's maybe been offensive. A number of years ago, Benetton, United Colours of Benetton, were a company who sold clothing, and they were their adverts tended to be quite dramatic, and things like lots of blood and things like that in them. And they had received a number of complaints and pulled some of their adverts because of that. Another company that has quite a lot of complaints are Iron Brew, with some of the language that's perhaps used. And sometimes they're not upheld, sometimes the complaint's not upheld and the advert's allowed to carry on, as happened with the Iron Brew adverts. They weren't seen to be offending enough people. So as I say, this is all about morality and about doing the right thing, really. Where does technology fit into marketing? Well, there are lots and lots of ways, and this is just a flavour of them. The internet can be used for research, for advertising products targeted through browsing history, so using cookies, etc. E-commerce can be used to sell products online. You can interact with consumers through social media. You can advertise your products on there as well. Databases can be used to keep customer records, and you can send mail shots that way, which can be a bit of a nuisance. You can use apps now to engage with customers to promote or sell products, to see what kind of products customers like to buy as well. You can use text to alert customers to promotions. That's becoming quite a popular one. Electronic point of sale, using that to gain market research information, for example, what products are selling well, what aren't. They can also use your loyalty card as a method of electronic point of sale to see which products you buy, so they can target your tokens, your discount vouchers to suit the products you buy. Self-service checkout, speeding up purchasing. That's a little bit like process, etc. Physical evidence as well. Digital screen to display eye-catching adverts. Nowadays, they're very popular. So as I say, all of these things are ways in which technology can be used in marketing. And there can be others. This is just a flavour of them. So you may think of some extra ones yourself. Thank you very much.